Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The founder of the Telegram messaging app was arrested in France on the airport. He is Russian. He is a billionaire. Hey, sounds very familiar with another one called Elon Musk. Haven't I told you many times yet, or already, that these guys could arrest whomever they want, whenever they want, on whatever charges, suspicions, and they could have 1,000 judges sign the arrest warrant, everything legal, and the baboons will not get their eyes from the stupid sitcoms or eating the little fleas from one another. So Mr. Pavel Durov was arrested by French police on the airport in France. We have here about 6 articles. And who is this guy? Why was he arrested? And who ordered the arrest? My point here is this. As I said many times before, think about Elon Musk. Elon Musk could be arrested whenever. Why? People with guns and with the law, they can take care of you. If you rock the boat, and Elon Musk rocked the boat quite a bit, the problem is this. You know who doesn't get arrested or, let's say, banned? The people who are cooperating or are part of it, like a CNN anchor or journalist or Fox News contributor. You know, these people who are part of the what? Operation Mockingbird, which been decades ago old already. So let's dive into this little subject, which is not surprising. It's just a confirmation. You don't think it's a confirmation? Are you going to wait until Elon Musk will be arrested? I think he could be next, unless Musk belongs to a different group. The Russia Today. Telegram founder Durov arrested by French police. Pavel Durov has been detained at Paris Le Bourget airport. According to local broadcaster, the Russian founder of the messaging app Telegram, Pavel Durov, has been detained after he arrived in Paris on a private jet, local broadcaster LCI has reported. Durov, who obtained a French passport in 2021, was arrested at 8 p.m. local time. He is also citizen of the United Arab Emirates, St. Kitts and Nevis, and his native Russia. His jet arrived in French capital from Azerbaijan. The 39-year-old has been accompanied by a woman and his bodyguard, it added. According to LCI, the French authority issued an arrest warrant, signed by a judge, obviously, for the tech entrepreneur as part of a preliminary investigation into what exactly? Free speech? Paris believes that Telegram's insufficient moderation, that is censorship. When you hear moderation in this kind of context, moderation is censorship. Its encryption tools and alleged lack of cooperation with police. What do you mean? Well, you know, could make Durov complicit in drug trafficking, pedophilia offenses, and fraud. Isn't this, could this be, it's like you how do you call it? You arrest the inventor of a knife or a knife manufacturing because of the stabbings in London. Did you like how he stuck that little dagger? Yeah. I mean, I'm doing this now. Could be used by this. Oh, we have to moderate. How? So I'm not gonna sell knife, but only to what? Law-abiding citizens. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna get your criminal record before I sell it to you. And if you're clean and then you use it, what am I supposed to do? Come and take it from you? Exactly. Tell the police and the police will do that because it's your job. No, the police is supposed to go to investigate and find the crime. And then they take care of the criminal. But they want to know you police them, or let us get inside your Telegram channel messaging app in order to what is moderation? What was that? Moderated. That's exactly what they want. So that makes you wonder when Mr. Musk will come into play. Well, we're going to have Elon Musk's statement on this. And what do you think his position is? Can you guess? All right. Broadcaster TF1 claimed Durov is going to appear before a judge tonight. He could be facing up to 20 years in prison, it added. Durov's arrest was only legitimate on the territory of France. Well, it was legitimate on the territory of France. So if you land over there, what about if Musk lands in France? He made a mistake tonight. We don't know why. A source close to the investigation told these guys. In any case, he's locked up. Now, Russia Today. Top Russian MP urges France to release Telegram founder Durov. The Russian-French tech entrepreneur has reportedly been detained on Saturday. Russia must demand the immediate release of Telegram founder Pavel Durov, who has been reportedly detained in France, Deputy Speaker. Now, again, according to French media, the French authority reportedly believe that the law lacks moderation rules and encryption, that is, technology has allowed the widespread use of Telegram messaging by criminals. I don't know. If you are a citizen of the great nation of France, at least you can pass as a French guy, if you know what I mean, by look. Then he, I think, is a subject of the French law. What are you going to do? How much can you intervene? You want more citizenships? There you have the risks. You have a citizenship of a baboonish, okay? Then you're going to fall under the baboonish laws. Or people who are on someone else's payroll. I think that's part of it. Are the Americans involved here? Well, let's see. I just throw it in there. Here, you have another article. Ukrainska Pravda. This is from the Ukrainians, obviously. Today, Sunday the 25th. Russian embassy in France requests access to detained billionaire Pavel Durov. Now, you can request that because he's a citizen. Correct? Correct. He was interviewed by Tucker Carlson. I saw that interview a while ago. Tucker Carlson again. Will he be arrested? The Russian embassy in France has requested consular access to billionaire Pavel Durov and accused the French authorities of, quote-unquote, avoiding cooperation. That's not, it's not something that's, how should I put it, not new. It's not something that's happened before with the Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2 terrorist attack on the pipelines, when the Danes, the Swedes and the Germans denied Russian access to the investigation, even if it was Russia was the victim. No, you have no access to it. Why? That would probably help reveal who the perpetrator was, or the suspect, which I think in proportion of now not 70%, I gave 70% at the beginning, 80-some percent, 90% is someone else. Of course it's someone else, but can I say it? That's my opinion as a free person. I think it was Al Capone. Al Capone's services, plus probably the Norwegians and probably the Brits and then the Norwegians. That's what I think. And I think I should be allowed to think freely and speak my opinion and assessments freely. Quote, after the news of Pavel Durov's detention appeared in the media, we immediately requested clarification from the French authorities on the reasons for it and demanded that his rights be protected and the consular access be granted to him. As of today, the 25th of August, the French side is still avoiding cooperation on the issue. We are in contact with Durov's lawyer. Do you think Durov will be interrogated? Do you think he's going to be hurt? Do you think they will bring some Americans, special Americans from, I don't know, certain areas, agencies, to waterboard him? Do you think he's going to be, I don't know, exposed to cruel detention and cruel. You think? No, because France is not a tyranny. France is a democratic, free, capitalist country. Well, if you still believe that, baboon! Anyway, let's move on. Next article. Russia Today again. These Russians, man. Russia demands France explains Durov arrest. Again, these guys do not want to engage. This guy, so from let's see if I find the next article, and it's not the last one, we have Elon Musk's reaction. At Free Pavel, Elon Musk reacts to Durov's arrest. The founder and CEO of Telegram was reportedly detained. US tech mogul Elon Musk has called for the release of Telegram founder and CEO Pavel Durov, who was arrested on Saturday. Why is that? The ex, formerly Twitter owner, took to the platform to post a video of Durov talking to American conservative journalist Tucker Carlson about freedom of speech online and claiming that he was happy about the fact that Musk has purchased Twitter. Musk coupled the video with a hashtag Free Pavel. He was swiftly to publicly condemn the reported arrest. POV, it's 2030 in Europe and you're being executed for liking a meme, he wrote in a comment to a news story. Musk also wrote dangerous times in his reaction to a post listing different countries where free speech is under attack that mentions France's reported arrest of Durov. So right here, United Arab Emirates, and France, and who is behind it? I read somewhere in one of the articles that I'm going to use in a next video about some broader issue, which is this guy's, which is Medvedev, exposes how the so-called platforms are infiltrated and are at the orders of some agencies. And that's very revealing coming from Medvedev, who's not denying that Russia is doing that too. Is another fact that is another, I would say, testimony of a high official involved in the global affairs that tells us something that some people say, oh my God, it's impossible. Including the fact that how US presidents, if you remember that video of Putin, how US presidents are told by some agencies when they get elected what actually is the line of United States of America, not their promises during the campaigns. So let's see who might be behind the arrest. Here, Russia Today. US is behind Durov's arrest, says senior Russian official. Of course, man, of course. Now everybody is, US as here. If economy is going bad here, or if a building collapses because it's too old, and it's because of the Russians. Everything now is because of Putin. The same here. This could be interpreted as, come on now, is everything about the US? Well, let's see the evidence. Like always, let's verify, let's investigate, let's bring all the evidence, let's be objective, conduct a fair and investigation, and we'll find out. The conclusion will tell us, right? Yeah, the conclusion. It's going to be tweaked like that. The arrest of the Telegram founder in France is the direct result, so it's a result of Washington's sanctions, Ekaterina Mizulina has said. All right. Do you have a nose job? Anyway, let's move on. The US ordered the French authorities to arrest Telegram founder Pavel Durov as part of its sanctions framework. Ekaterina Mizulina, the head of the Russia's Safe Internet League and a member of the Civic Chamber, has claimed. Writing on Telegram on Sunday, Mizulina said that Durov arrested at a Paris airport reportedly on charges related to alleged complicity in fraud, drug trafficking, cyberbullying, and promoting terrorists did not come as a surprise to her. And I'm quoting, "I have long believed that traveling outside of Russia is a big risk for Telegram owners, as they could be arrested at any moment." She noted, recounting that similar incidents where people had been detained at the behest of the US had occurred before. And I'm quoting, "It is obvious that the arrest is an attack on TON, a blockchain-based platform originally developed by Telegram's creators, in which major Russian companies have invested. That is, in part, a continuation of the US sanction policy. The official added that she believes, that's not enough, and I'm quoting, that the Americans are behind the situation as a whole, and quote, arguing that Telegram, which has over 900 million monthly active users worldwide, is a thorn in their side in terms of information distribution. I agree with that. According to Mizulina, the French authorities did not act independently in their direction, the decision to arrest Durov. And I'm quoting, it turns out that all the overtures of the West by Telegram's owners were a mistake. Our president Putin warned about this many times because he knows shit. He works in arresting and investigating, but no one believed him. I don't think so. Nobody, no one. Anyway, so my friends, is Elon Musk going to be arrested next? Not impossible whatsoever. I give it a possibility of 100% and a probability of 99%, unless Elon Musk belongs to the agencies and he cooperates. Remember the old movies from the Hollywood with the German Second World War movies, when you had the Gestapo showing up at some people's houses and arrested them, or in the street, a car, some Gestapos, and then you hear the shoes on the concrete, arresting a guy from the, oh, no, not me, arresting, and then interrogating him with the light, and then smack him a little bit around the room. And they will say, you need to cooperate, into cooperation. And then they released him. And if that guy was released, most of the time he, was part of the deal. So my friends, who did it? I think crime or suspected crime should be investigated. I agree with that. He was, how should I put it? Obviously, these guys lose their touch with reality. I think when they get to a certain wealth, they don't understand that the world is based on power. And the power is money. They have the money. They have a certain power, but the real power comes with the guy who shows up at the debate with a handgun. That's the guy who's going to win the debate, if that person really wants to win the debate. So when these guys, you have the billionaires, you have the actors, you have the big shots, all these guys, I'm not a big shot, I'm a little fish over there. But if I rock the boat too hard, I don't know, could happen to me like it happened to that guy in London. Remember? He was arrested in London. Why? Well, he said certain things. I was not detained. I was not arrested in München, earlier this year. Wasn't I? I made a video on that. Why? Well, I was in interview, let's put it mildly, about what I'm doing here, about my channel. But, well, they were smoother. What do you do for a living? And I said this, and then when they heard, the internet thing, the conversation stopped and focused right on it. From then on, it was only about this, about how many subscribers I have, what do I talk about, what's the name of the channel. He took notes. What's the name of the channel? And he said, well, can you show me? I didn't have internet in the airport. And I can show you, but I said, put my name in your telephone or something. You find me on YouTube. I said, oh, you find me on Rumble. You find me in many other places, I said. And he said, can you show me what did you discuss last? I said, who the hell knows what I discussed last? And he said, what do you talk? I said, global geopolitics. I said, I know politics, social issues. This is what. Can you give me an example? So I had to start. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. And I was just, and then you stopped me. And after that, he didn't ask any more questions. Let me go. Let me go in, because I said, is that a problem? And he said, before I let you board that airplane, the guy with I don't know what kind of education and training. Anyway, he was not very good interviewer. Let's put it this way. I tell you that because I know I work in the system in that kind of thing. So when he interviewed me, I was like, you're a novice. Anyway, why? Because after he got the information that he needed, he didn't try to, hide it, that it was not about that. But he didn't need to. He said, before I let you go in there, he let me go home. He allowed me to fly. I have to make sure that you're not a threat to them. I said, well, I appreciate that very much. Yeah. But in my head, it was like, and you're very interested in my speech? Yeah, because by speech, I know your actions, right? Yeah, if you go by that, excuse me, but a lot of people should be then apprehended from politics. Thank you very much for being with me again today. He got in trouble. He's not going to get off the hook. He's going to cooperate 100%. And he's going to be there for a while. If he's going to be released, he's not going to leave France whatsoever. These guys are going to not only punish him, or as I said, if they suspect a crime, go ahead. But I think it's preferential. It's just I pick and choose which one I take. Not the CNN guys. Can't do that, or MSNBC or Fox News. No, why? Because this is French. This is free press. That tells you these guys are cooperating already. So he will cooperate, as I said, and this is to set an example for others. Wink, wink. Which is Elon Musk. If Elon Musk doesn't belong. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.